Yay. Let's clear and ground the energies. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hello and welcome to ArcanaUniverse. This is going to be Libra, August 2025 energy forecast reading. Let's get started. As a friendly reminder, this is a general reading, so only take what resonates. If you are interested in a personal reading, all of that information can be found in the description of this video. Alright, somebody here does not want to wait. They're like, skip the intro, just go. Anyway, so whether you are a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stellium, dealing with the Libra, it doesn't quite matter because I read energies here. So labels aside, if you're in here, it is no coincidence, okay? So what I'm picking up right away is that somebody here feels like they have a lot of burdens and responsibilities, and there is this essence of somebody who's like all fired up, okay? So I'm not getting somebody who's just kind of like waiting around for the world to happen. It's like somebody here is actually taking initiative, and it's just like they have a goal in mind. They're doing this not only for themselves, but there's some level of family aspect to it, whether that is like their current family or the family that they want to build. But somebody here is a go-getter. It's just I'm pretty impressed at like how much this person, this energy that I'm picking up, they actually like put forth and go towards their passion and whatever they brings happiness and an abundance for. And so I see here that somebody here is trying to really like balance themselves out and find some level of happiness. Wow, like I'm getting very like powerful, strong, mature energy. So this is somebody here that is very grounded and intelligent. And this person, you know, they make it seem so easy. They make it seem like, oh, like people wonder, like, how are you able to be so like in tune and powerful and not have this like things can't phase them easily. Like that kind of energy is what this energy embodies in a sense. And people wonder, like, how does this person do it? And for them, it's, as mentioned, they make it seem so easy, but I know, because I can read energies, I know that this person endured a lot. And it was almost in a silent kind of thing. Like they put up a brave front and a brave face, but not many people know that they actually suffered a lot, and they had to really pick themselves up to go after what they wanted, because they know that they're more than depression, they're more than sadness. Like they don't want to stay there. So somebody here is really putting in the work and effort to be their own best friend for a change. And God is just loves that. Hello, James. Welcome. Yeah. So God is just like, wow, that is amazing. And as some of you guys, like, you know it's coming. There is this like energy shift that I'm sure some of you guys have already felt, but it's like this is more than a feeling of optimism. It's more like this assurance, like this knowledge and knowing and belief that somebody here deserves to be happy. And because they are in this like, it's a healthy entitlement. It's like, it's because somebody here, healthy entitlement. Because somebody here, they've built up good karma. They've been in being selfless. They were being selfish. It's weird, you know. Like it doesn't quite make sense, but because they did what wasn't necessarily just good for them, but it's good for everybody else involved, it's almost giving that like selfless energy, but it's working out for them. Okay, like somebody is good with karma, or at least they're trying to be. Okay, and if they continue to do that, good, I see really good things coming, because that's what happens when you build good karma, not like sabotage people, all of that stuff. Hello, goddess, welcome. So it's like whatever energy you put out, that's the energy you're gonna get back. And so somebody here is understanding that and is trying to be in that way of life, so to speak. Okay, look at that. I sensed this energy before. This is great. Okay. Oh, nice. Goddess wrote, I am here because Spirit brought me. Oh, wonderful. I love that. I love that. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Oh, I'm so happy we crossed paths. Hello, Ashad. Ashad is December 18, 2001. Nice. Sounds like you're Sagittarius. Nice. And that's so funny. Goddess of the sea or water, no coincidence. No coincidence. Okay. All right. So, anything else you want to say? I mean, that's good so far. We're gonna go ahead and move forward, but I'm really digging the energies coming through. Okay. All right, wonderful. A shot from India, nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the spinny spin. So by the time I finish this portion of the live stream, if we get 6 more likes, we're going to do all signs. So that's essentially 12 additional messages that you can get. All right. Hello, Tanisa wrote, hey, just stopped by for a second. I'll have to rewatch later. Wonderful. We were just talking about Sagittarius. Ooh, no coincidence. Sounds good. Hello, Paul. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So now we just need 4 more likes. Okay. By the time we finish this portion, and 1 and a 2 and a self. Okay. So self wants to say something. All right, let's get to it. What does the higher self of the energy I'm tapping into, what do they want to say? Okay, so this could be your higher self or the higher self of somebody that you may be connecting with. But what does the higher self want to say? I love this conversation between, like this is what channeling is all about. We're having a one-on-one conversation without all the noise, without all the BS and the illusions. It's just like we're gonna get right to it. So what I'm picking up here is there is this love and success energy when it comes to tapping into one's higher self. It's just like it's exactly talking about how we're able to cut through the BS and the illusions and instead find clarity and the truth. It feels so crystal clear and precise that it just feels and falls so effortlessly. And so it has this kind of like newness about it, where it's just we don't hold on to baggages and things. We acknowledge it, we see it for what it is, and we're able to let it go. Okay. Hello, hello, hi. So um, and the self is really being appreciative of the time that we're able to have at this time. It's just like, how amazing is it that we get to take kind of like a second out of our day-to-day routine, and we get to just kind of connect with oneself. And so there's a lot of gratitude behind what's happening. So if somebody here has been, utilizing their spirituality, spiritual time to meditate and quiet things. So like, for an example, all of that revving engine noise, right? Uh, oh, so Azad, so what we do here, I know you're new, so we're not like, other live streams where, we tap into everybody's individual questions, because guess what? There's only me and there's all of you, and I just want to be fair, right? And so, but I believe and trust that whoever is meant to hear the messages and find clarity, they are going to find it. So, whether that is through a private, personal, one on one connection with me, or through these general collective readings, but that may feel personal because I'm great at what I do. So, whichever your preference is, feel free to check out the description of this video for additional information regarding that. But otherwise, yeah, like feel free to just like, listen in and hear what the messages coming through may be, because it may be greater, more greater than what you can even imagine. Okay, so all right, so the higher self is trying to say it's just very grateful of the time that is being given to connect with oneself. And so if somebody here has been focusing on doing just that, whether that is through meditation, coming on here and trying to hear through me the messages coming through, like whatever you're doing to try to give the floor, give the mic to your higher self, is saying it's good. You have um, oh, for sure. Yeah, Shad. So it's like somebody here is on the right path. They're at the right place at the right time. Somebody here is really listening into their intuition. And so their higher self is like, good job. Good job. And so um, for those of you who may be new to this, okay, and who understands that there is some level of value, but they haven't really witnessed it firsthand, so to speak, well, guess what? There's going to be opportunities where somebody is not going to just talk the talk, but able to walk the walk. So it's just like somebody here is going to be in an observant energy and realize that not every way or every pathway, okay, how you get to where you want to be, it sometimes isn't just a clear cut straight line. Sometimes there's weaves and turns and stuff like that. And so is how we acknowledge these different circumstances is how we're going to find some level of success. And so somebody here really just needs to be open and mindful of being I'm getting a mutable sign. So, embodying mutable energy, like Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, okay? These are what you call mutable signs. So they're very good at adapting. And so somebody here, they realize that tapping into these mutable energies, so whether you have like strong mutable signs in your birth chart, like somebody here really needs to tap into that energy at this time. And because which makes sense, because currently right now we're at Mercury retrograde, so there's a lot of like needing to kind of go back and readdress things and see what worked, what didn't, and what is going to be eliminated and casted out at this time. There's going to be mistakes, or there's going to be kind of like this step back into what is still lingering on. Somebody here is trying to move past that. And so the more this energy is in tune with that and is aligned to that, then they are on the right track. I do sense here somebody wants like immediate uh, changes and results, but you know, sometimes it's not always immediate. Sometimes it takes time to mourn and heal from trauma, or you know, some level of betrayal or depression. It does take time, but it's not to say, you know, it's not, everybody's on a different journey and different rate, you know, different growth rate, okay? And so the more they understand themselves and the more they have inner strength and power and worth, it's going to be easier for them to maintain this progression and trajectory of whether or not it's exponentially uh, helpful and efficient. Okay, there's something about efficiency here. I love this energy. I love it. Okay, and so somebody here is recognizing like the pros and cons. This is what Libra is the expert in, you know, finding balance, finding the pros and cons. And sometimes it may seem like they have trouble making up a decision. It's because they're looking at every aspect of the situation in a sometimes non-emotional kind of way. But that's not to deny the emotions that are tied to it, but it's not the end all be all. So somebody here is trying to be smart about the decisions they make and what they decide to take on into their life. What's the advice? So as mentioned, I do sense there, because they are the energy that I'm tapping into, they are able to see, you know, every side opportunities. And so they are seeing multiple options, okay? And they're God is trying to advise there comes a time that somebody here really needs to just choose one and go for it. Because I see here, you know, sometimes if we kind of see the world through like rose colored glasses and it's just like, oh, everything is great, everything is dandy, everything is, you know, full of gratitude and grace. Yeah, that's great and all, but it's just, I see here, somebody here has a goal, a particular goal in mind, and it's now time to kind of focus towards that and kind of quiet what doesn't matter, okay? Like at this time, somebody here needs to focus on just like one or two at most things that is very important to them at this time, and really focus their attention on that. And by doing that, there's going to be less confusion, less worrying about other things, and they're not gonna be burning out. They're going to be actually happy that they're going to be freeing up their time to enjoy things that really matter to them and not waste money. Okay, something about, you know, they have wasted a lot of money in the past pouring into connections that doesn't even matter. And so somebody here is learning, and if somebody here needed that reminder, that was your reminder. Okay, so this is pretty much the end of that. I'm gonna count to 10. We just need 2 more likes for us to do all signs, which are from Aries through Pisces. So that's essentially 12 additional messages you can get. All right, so let's do it. We need 2 more likes, 2 more thumbs ups. All right, and then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 2 more likes, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we didn't meet it, but guess what? I'm going to leave you guys with one more spinny spin. Okay, one more spinny spin. Maybe next time, okay? And which is fine by me. It's just, you know, you know, God knows, okay? 1, 2, 1. Oh, okay, no, we need a tiebreaker. Yeah, I don't want the whole like, oh, but I want to know about love. I want to hear more about self. No, we gotta just choose one, okay? 1, 2, 3. Future. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. What about the future? What does my listeners, whether they are strong Libra placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stellium, or dealing with the Libra, or just happen to be in here, what do they need to know at this time? And feel free to check out the playlist portion of this channel where you will find all of the timeless readings from your tarot today and monthly and yearly readings as well. Okay, so what about the future? Okay, I am getting here. You know, money-wise, it's looking up. It's looking up. It's getting better. It's, you know, there's something about investments. Somebody here has invested a lot of their, either their time or their money, energy, whatever it is. Somebody here has invested a lot into their goals and aspirations, and they're just, they know it's going to blow up. They know it's going to be really good, but there is some level of stagnancy that I'm feeling here. But God is trying to say, you know, don't worry. Like I see here, there's some sort of group effort. This isn't just like one person trying to do it alone. It's just like, no, somebody here is very supported, or there's a great support system. And so even though I am getting this like somebody here feels like they're suffering alone. Okay, there's a lot of like alone energy. So there may be, I'm getting this like, to the outside world they seem so like jolly and happy and full of energy, but you know, behind closed doors, I'm picking up on somebody here that feels very small, lonely, and in a dark place, and is full of uncertainty. So it's dramatically the opposite of what most people would think is going on. But I definitely see this very vulnerable energy that doesn't want to be seen in that light. And so there's something about accepting those dark parts and shadows and feeling sad and lonely, and like it's saying it can happen to the best of us, that it's what we do when we find that we are at that place, okay, because it is possible for anybody to be in that place, but it's what we do when we find ourselves there. Okay, are we going to continue to be there, or are we going to be there enough to mourn and let go and shed everything that needs to be addressed and seen and acknowledged? You know, after it's done, after we have that period, what's going to happen? Are we just going to go back and fall into, you know, toxic behaviors and ways, whether that is through victimization or being too scared to go after what we want because somebody here is scared? Okay, and God wants to acknowledge the trauma and stuff like that. Like there is this level of burden, but that should not stop ourselves. We should not stand in our own happiness. Okay, we can't be in our own way. Somebody here is literally blocking their own happiness. They're standing in their own way. Um, so what does this energy need to know? So somebody here, they need to realize, I don't care if you're 18 or 88, I don't care. Okay, somebody here needs to grow up. They need to grow up and they need to move away from this mindset and thinking. And it's for your own benefit. Okay, when you do this, when you move on from the trauma, when you're picking yourself up, I see here this person, they know what to do, they know what it looks like. Remember, they have this facade, they have this brave face and jolly face to the outside world, but remember, they're broken inside. They haven't fully healed yet. But I see here, so they know what the goal is, what wants to happen continuously, okay? But just know that when they are experiencing, these setbacks or feeling in a low place, that is giving them more of the room to exercise and to build strength and endurance, so that when they fall back to this kind of energy, that they'll be quicker about coming out of it. Okay, and this is going to be a strength that not that people can't easily take away. Once we built up that strength, that endurance and tolerance for not dealing with the toxicity, is going to be so much more easier for somebody to remain balanced without tipping over to one side, or thoughts and moods just based on outside circumstances. Okay, so it's, in a sense, pouring love back to oneself. Okay, and that is going to continue allowing this energy to head in a direction where they will accept and be given abundance. Okay, and when it comes, it's going to come in very quickly. I see here somebody is going to be connecting with somebody on an emotional level, strong emotional level. It's just like somebody can't get enough of somebody's kindness or willingness to just have a good time. Somebody here is very fun, and it's almost like they also understand this energy may not be swimming in funds, but it's like their willingness to give this a shot, even though something about a long shot. Why is it a long shot? Oh, okay, so there may be like a friend zone energy. Okay, so somebody here, perhaps, they waited too long to like make this into something romantic, or it didn't get off the ground right away, or somebody here ended up being too chicken to like make moves or what have you. And so, and in a way, that's self-sabotaging. It's just like keeping it in a friend zone or what have you, because that feels safe, and that feels, they can't hurt me if we're just friends, like that kind of energy. And that is, me tapping into that energy. This is very sad to see from an outside perspective. It is very sad to see that somebody here is so friend zoned to the point because they were scared to put their heart on the line. And so, what's the recommendation? Okay, I mean, it's pretty clear. It's talking about like, don't wait, talk, reveal the truth. Like, somebody here has a tendency to play games. Okay, and so, games can look like, oh, pretending like you don't care, or the feelings aren't there, or like they're trying to ask about something, but in reality they just really want to talk and see if you're okay. Like, it's just, stop playing games. Somebody here just needs to stop playing games. Not even just like, hi, hello, and then nothing. Like, after, like, this could be after, a long time of not talking. It's just, really, this is all this energy has to say. It's just like somebody here wants depth, somebody wants emotion, somebody wants to know why you reached out. Okay, somebody here wants to know exactly why. What's your purpose? Why are you here? Okay? Like, no funny business. Just be direct. Because somebody finds that very attractive, and that's one of the qualities that is going to make this energy fall for the other person. Anything else, God? No, that's it. That is it. Okay, so wonderful, great. Okay, so that was your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in and for listening in. And if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share if you'd like, with people who feel like may need the message or can really benefit, or what have you. Okay, so thank you again, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.